addition to his bullet hole, pipeline, carbon regulations.
There he is.
There I am. Hello there. Good to see you. Hello, All I ever wanted to see was a movement of people to stop climate change, and now I've seen it. You guys look so beautiful. I've been meeting people all day. It's hometown heroes like our friends at Seacan. It's heroes like those people who've been blocking Keystone with their bodies down in Texas. It's people who understand that the fight against fracking and against coal ports and against taking the tops off mountains is ultimately the fight for a living planet. It's people who lived through Sandy and people who survived the drought, some of whom I got to go to jail with last week. It is the students at 256 colleges who are now fighting the fossil fuel industry head-on to force divestment, the biggest student movement in decades. You are the antibodies kicking in as the planet tries to fight its fever. We have waited a long time to get started. We've already seen the Arctic melt. Our colleagues in 191 countries at 350.org tell us every day about some new drought, some new flood. Because we've waited this long, the easiest answers are no longer enough. We're going to have to start making tough decisions. Our theme has to be, when you are in a hole, stop digging. Above all, stop the Keystone Pipeline. The president can do that with a single stroke of his pen. And if he does, he will become the first world leader to veto a big project because it's bad for the climate. That would be a legacy and a signal to the rest of the world. And so we will keep making our case. We'll follow him and the Secretary of the State around the country. And as this spring goes on, we'll unite that fight with a focus on all the other holes we're still digging too. And as summer comes on, this movement will just pick up. I want everybody to circle those days toward the end of July that are on average the hottest each year. We're going to try and make them hot politically too this year. Maybe set aside a few dollars each week for a bail fund, okay? So far, we've been firm but peaceful, diverse but united. We have to stay that way because the job that we have undertaken is the most important one that any humans have ever been entrusted with. It is our job to make sure the planet does not catastrophically overheat. The oil companies aren't going to do that. Their business plan is to wreck the earth. The government isn't going to do that. They're too busy taking money from the oil companies. But history shows that though we're never going to outspend the fossil fuel industry, we can find other currencies to work with. Passion, spirit, creativity. The powerful love for the future that brought you here today. We can see in our mind's eye all the generations to come, and so we know why we fight. We can see the beauty of the world we've been given, the cold of a winter day, the color on an autumn hillside. And so we know why we fight. We know our brothers and our sisters in the poorest parts of the world are already suffering, and so we know why we fight. I cannot promise you we're going to win, but I waited a quarter century since I wrote the first book about all this stuff to see if we were going to fight. And today, at the biggest climate rally by far in U.S. history, Today, I know we're going to fight. The battle, the most faithful battle in human history, is finally joined, and we will fight it together.
Good. It's been a great protest. Yeah. I got Helen right here.
I'm out in DC.
Excuse me.
I mean, the guy like needs to build something in the middle of a disaster, so he looks good. Hey,
Hey,
how you doing, man?
what's going on? What you got to say about this?
What's that?
I'm videoing right now.
Okay, it's amazing. It's a fantastic turnout. Like, it's great energy. Yeah, it makes me think, holy crap, maybe we can actually get something done here.
Think so?
I think so. Absolutely.
So tell me your name for the camera.
Aaron Viles, Gulf Restoration Network.
All the way from New Orleans.
All the way up to New Orleans.
How much of a group did you have with you today?
There's a fair amount of folks up here from the Gulf Coast. Absolutely. It's great. You know, people understand that we're ground zero in terms of the lower 48. You know,
Right.
The fact that we're losing our wetlands, the fact that sea levels are rising, the stronger storms, we pay the price if we don't get a handle on this.
Right. It looks like they're getting, the national management wants to get more activists, obviously. I mean, getting arrested,
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty amazing. It requires, a crisis of this magnitude requires whatever action we need to do, and I think getting arrested makes a heck of a lot of sense. Whatever it takes.